I'm Miko, and welcome to my channel where I talk about gothy things and just things I like. And this month, in May, from the 2nd of May to the 4th, I went to Dark Force Fest, like every other goth on this planet about. And it was just so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I just got to hang out with people and listen to amazing music, and I had such a good time. And I actually met two of you guys there. Like, shout out to you guys, because I didn't expect that. I have under 200 subscribers. Like, it was honestly like, oh, absolutely amazing. And you guys were so nice too. Like, I really can't express what an amazing experience it was to go. And I'm sure that you guys have seen all of the vlogs coming out from Dark Force Fest already from all of the other YouTubers who are like cool and have cool aesthetics and are recording their videos at 9:30 at night after they've just worked a whole day. But I don't know, I wanted to put out what I did too, but I was having a hard time because, like, what did I do that was different, right? What did I do that was cool and different from the other YouTubers to warrant making a video 2 weeks late? I spent a lot of money. That was what I did. So I figured, you know what, let's do a little Dark Force Fest haul / story time where I can kind of go through the stuff I bought and maybe play some footage of like the artists and just tell you my impressions and what I thought and how I interacted with them, if I got to interact with them. That's a big caveat, but I don't know, I thought that might be fun. Hopefully it is fun for you guys, but it is just like a super great time. I absolutely recommend going to Dark Force Fest if you can go, if you can afford it. It was just amazing. So I guess we'll start off with the haul. So obviously we have the program, nothing special there. What I didn't realize that was special is they gave us like a whole stack of stickers. So if you didn't get a sticker, I'm sorry, apparently we got them all. They also gave us this little Dark Force Fest pin, which is real cool. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. That was cool. And also another set of stickers, which we did buy. We bought the stickers. A little cat on that one. That one's cute. But beyond that, because we bought a metric ton of stuff, we also bought the Dark Force Fest Vampire Freaks bag. And it's not too bad. It's like just kind of your regular tote. It doesn't have any rip seams as of yet, which is great. And we've had a lot of stuff in it. So I would say totes from Vampire Freaks, definitely recommended. But one thing that was a super great buy, and if you go, you should get one. If you didn't get one, maybe they'll have it on their website, is the actual like hoodie. So please keep in mind, everything I buy is size large to extra large, partially because I have long limbs, partially because my partner is an extra large to large, and we share clothes. So do not get on my butt about if you're like, you took clothes from the plus size people. We are long-sized people. I know that that's like a contention, but also what's cool is all the bands are on the back. It's like commemorative, right? It's commemorative. One thing though, I hope that they do in the future for the little guys, because you can see the little guys at the bottom. Some people have long logos, and I'm passionate about this. Some people have long logos, and you can't see them. So it would be nice for, in the future, for Dark Force Fest if they would like enlarge the smaller bands just a little bit if they have a larger logo. I know it takes up more room. I know it's more printing, ever so slightly, but makes a difference, especially for certain bands, which I will get into. So the band that I wanted to start with, and also a band who needed their logo made larger because I couldn't read it, is Horticulture. And I'm really sorry if you wanted a large Horticulture shirt, because I got this one signed. I don't know if you can see it. Got this one signed, and because it's signed, we're never going to wear it. So I'm sorry if you wanted a large Horticulture shirt, and we got it instead. But Horticulture is very important, not only because their logo needed to be made larger, but because I was their Uber. for story time. I knew them kind of casually from another artist I knew. I know Circuit Preacher because we had done an interview, and I've done some photos for him. Well, very amateur photos, mind you. This is nothing special. But I knew them from Tyler, Circuit Preacher, and we had talked casually, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, we're not staying in the hotel, like the Sheraton hotel, we're staying at a different hotel. And I was like, because Dark Force Fest is held in New Jersey. I didn't really want them to like be walking or constantly getting lifts through New Jersey. If you know, you know. I'm just one of those people who really, number one, I like to help out. Number two, I get nervous when fate is left to the wind. So I offered to give them rides. And they were pretty tentative about it at first, but they did accept the ride offer. We were giving them a ride and someone else a ride. And I was really glad they took the offer, because you know who's super cool to hang out with? Horticulture. You know who will take care of you when you're ass drunk? Horticulture, because they took care of me. Wonderful men. Absolutely adore them. They'll come up maybe in a couple more stories. I have some stories with them since I was their Uber. But I don't know, lovely, lovely guys. I'll play some footage. They were so great. They filled the room. They were first on Saturday. I know they were nervous, but they filled the room. And also, if you did get a horticulture shirt, you're welcome, because guess who pressured them into bringing the stupid things? Because I wanted to buy one. I knew they'd get one sale off of me. So another cool band, I didn't actually get to talk to them very much, but Occult, and I also got the shirt signed, but it's pretty faded. This is an extra large, which we probably should have gotten a small, because once again, we're not going to wear it. But they were super cool. I missed their set because in my infinite wisdom, I was getting drinks. I was very nervous at Dark Force Fest. I was very nervous, which is why I drank so much. But I also got some signed CDs, so this is Sacred Heart. And they signed it on the back in gold, which I think was a nice touch. They had some extra Sharpies to match which ones they signed. And then this one is Rituals by Occult. I also signed it, and that was real sweet. That was real sweet. Lovely guys. I need to get better about recognizing people, because I embarrassed myself because I didn't recognize them for being parts of Occult. I don't know what was wrong with my head, but if you embarrass yourself, I embarrass myself more, so it's fine. That's why I tell stories. Or at least I hope to tell more stories. Hopefully I'll do interesting things with my life that aren't just buying things. Suicide Commando was actually a way funner set than I thought. I didn't get to meet him, and Joe bought this shirt, but it's not signed, so we're gonna wear it. But super fun set, better than we expected, because really, both of us only really like one Suicide Commando song, so we did not go into that with high hopes. But good set. Good sound quality. I actually heard, who didn't have good sound quality was Covenant. Covenant didn't have good sound quality. I saw it complained all over the industrial music Reddit, which I frequent because people say interesting things. But Covenant apparently didn't have good sound, so if you were bummed because you missed Covenant, if you didn't go, you didn't miss anything. They weren't that good, according to what I heard. According to what I heard, I didn't watch them. But SITD, this is one we were super hyped for. We were super hyped. SITD, wasn't that good. Expected more. Still good, but not as good as we had hyped ourselves up for. I think that SITD would have been better because they put him in the big room. I think he would have been better in the small room, just because of the way his sound was playing out. Sound guys were great, but for whatever reason, this didn't turn out as well as we had hoped, is the key word there. Still good, but because we're big fans, not turn out as we had hoped. Rorschach Test. This is funny. There's no story behind this. I missed their set. They just threw a shirt at me and said I looked like a medium. I can fit a medium. It's not my ideal size, but back, there's the front. Says, I survived the Dark Force Fest reunion. But yeah, no real story behind this. They threw a shirt at me and said I looked like a medium. but I will actually be going and seeing them this Sunday, so I will let you know if they're actually any good. Oh yes, this is... Can you see all the dog hair on this already? Excellent, excellent hoodie. Seraphim Shock, excellent, excellent show. I got to meet Charles. That was so cool. Charles is so tall. I don't know why I was like surprised he was so tall. I don't know why. But oh my gosh, what a wonderful man. Absolutely ripped. Absolutely ripped. Lives up to every single photo he takes. But like super, super nice. Kind of like teddy bear nice kind of guy. A little bit like aloof because he has to be because he's a performer, right? You can't have people just being like, oh my god, Charles. But yeah, I love this hoodie. I absolutely love this hoodie. You can actually get this off of their website. If you haven't, I recommend it because it's actually even comfier than the Dark Force Fest official hoodie. And I've been wearing it a ton, as you can see from all the doggy hair. And it's just so soft and plush. Totally forgot. So this is a CD that we brought. And we forgot to bring it with us. So really want to go see Seraphim Shock again. Partially because his show was absolutely stellar. Like, I took pictures. And he did post some of them on his Instagram. So I'll make sure to link to my Instagram in the comments so you guys can see some of the photos I took. But just absolutely stellar show. Just great energy. And like he had said that his guitars had like flown out the night before they ran a set and then boom. But I mean, they've been with him forever. So it makes sense that they are like so freaking cool and amazing and great. Absolutely, like 10 out of 10. You have to go see Seraphim Shock live. 10 out of 10 recommend this hoodie if you need a hoodie in your life. And the other super cool thing was, we actually got a pick. Got a pick from the set. It's all we ever wish for in this world. It's just some cool picks. Which, I mean, you don't kind of have to be in front to get the picks, but you can get in front, get a pick. Sometimes you can also just ask after the set if they have some extras. They'll give you one. But I love this hoodie. I would wear it now if it weren't disgusting degrees of summer already, even though it's still May. So, Jen from Jenna Tortures. I do have a good story about this, but I loved her set. I was drunk, so of course I loved it. But, see, look, it's just their tour hoodie, and it's all comfy and cozy. It's all not as comfy as Seraphim Shock's, but it's quite comfy. And, so story time. So, I don't know if you saw my other haul video where I haul out of the bus and we found that real cool Jenna Tortures jacket, but we wore it. And we did manage to stop Jen and be like, hey, do you like remember this jacket? And she was like, oh, no way. And she gave me a hug. And she was so sweet. She's shorter than I thought she would be. But she's so sweet. I love Jen. She's like my new favorite person in this world who was ever a musician. And we also got a bag because we were already buying a bunch of stuff. I was buying a bunch of stuff. I spent the budget. Joe will correct you on that. And then we got the cool poster, which I'm super chuffed about. She's so pretty. I love Jen. She's my favorite person now. If you would also like to be my favorite person, please be nice and give me a hug at your show. Just saying. speaking of sweethearts, Beatboard Baton, I got their CD, and they signed it. Got all 3 of them, and that's so cool. I've been listening to them for like forever, and I told them as much. I was like, I've been listening to you since I was 9. They're like, oh, so for 5 years? And I was like, oh, cheeky men. I'm not that young. But I also got a shirt, because what's cool about Beatboard and Baton coming was that I haven't seen them come to America in a long time. I don't know if maybe I'm just dumb and I keep missing them. If I am dumb and I keep missing them, please let me know in the comments. I like to be corrected. Because I do suffer from a terminal case of being stupid. But they were super duper sweethearts, and I loved them. It's kind of a common theme, huh? I bought things from people I loved. Speaking of people I love, Calabrese. Oh, they were there. They were there. I missed most of their set because we had to go watch Circuit Preacher Tyler because I was going to take photos. But my favorite songs, and I got their CD. And I got this poster, which I did get one of them to sign, which was super cool. And I was super chuffed about that. They signed it in silver, so you really can't see it. But I did manage to be like, oh hey, like, do you remember Drop Dead Magazine? If you don't know Drop Dead Magazine, it was a dark, like, death rock magazine that was published in New York at the time, and in my grubby little infancy, I managed to get a hold of a few issues, and that was how I discovered Calabrese. I also got this shirt, which is sweet. I can't wait to scare the churches, because I live in a very Christian area, well, Baptist technically, but can't wait to scare them. I'm gonna love this shirt so much. But yeah, I told Mom about Drop Dead Magazine, and I was like, you remember that? And he was like, oh my god, you've been here a while. And I was like, yeah. And then he had to go play. But he was super nice. Super duper nice. Like, nothing but good vibes, energy. And during their set, they were like jumping around, and jumping off the drum set, and just bam! And they were cool, and I liked them a lot. Very exciting. I'm very excited if you can't tell. So, Circuit Preacher, that's his new CD. You should get it if you haven't, because it's his first one, this first one that he's made and published. And I got them to sign it. I got Amaris, Tyler, and Damien. And I'm number 27. So that's cool. Super duper cool. Very happy about that. I own all of the rest of their merch, but Amaris, Tyler's partner, makes super duper cool custom merch. But I will say, if you're going to get this, it is very comfy, but it's delicate wash only, air dry, because all of this little cool detail is bleaching that Amaris did by themselves, right? So if you wash it in hot water and you put it in the dryer, like, the whole thing's gonna fade and it's just gonna wash into the bleach. And also you are going to risk undoing all of this lovely stitching, hand stitching that Amaris does. So when you wash it, you also want to put it in a laundry bag so that the stitching doesn't come undone. Isn't that cool? It's very, very comfy. Also prime religious people scaring attire. I'm just like, oh man, I'm blowing through this because I'm like mad excited about everything. Also, fun, more stories. So, Panic Priest, Jack, got him to sign my CDs. I brought them. I was also his Uber I Ubered him back to the airport. I was going to Uber him to and from the airport, but I was going to miss Gen Cab, David's set, and I had planned to take pictures for him. I also planned to take pictures for Jack. I just reached out and asked him, and he was like, oh, that'd be great. And we got to chatting, and we've become good friends. We bonded over green chili. And he's such a sweetheart. He's such a sweetheart. Absolutely darling man who has a beautiful, beautiful voice. I can't wait to wear this. Beautiful, beautiful voice. In like on his soundtracks and stuff. But also in person, he sounds the same, which is absolutely fabulous. Like, I was absolutely blown away by his set. And can't really iterate how much of a sweetheart he is either. But he signed, I got the vinyls. He signed them. He put a little heart. So sweet. And this one too. Got a little heart. I'm just, so chuffed. Absolute darling of a man. Like a darling of a man. So he has his own story about how he got to the hotel since I couldn't drive him. But I drove him on the way back and he was still darling and still sweet, and it was 4 in the morning, and it takes a real sweetheart to be sweet at 4 in the morning, because I certainly wasn't. So another poster over here. So this is Red Devil Vortex, and I only got 2 of them to sign it, but it was just kind of a whim. I was just looking at their stuff and I was like, he's hot. I'll buy it. Outing myself there. You just be attractive, I'll buy your stuff. So this is probably one of the bigger hauls that we did. Excuse me while I'm off screen. So God Module was an absolute must for us. And because like we both grew up with like God Module, Joe more so than I was more of a casual listener of God Module, so we were super excited to meet Jason and his brother, and we actually brought our own CD to get signed, and he signed it. Super sweet guy, but he did look real tired, so I don't know if it was just the change from going east to west coast or if something was going on. But he was still real sweet, despite, like, he was really obviously not feeling too good the first day. But, you know what? We stand as a person who can be sweet anyways. And bless Joe's heart, he waited for, like, an hour in the merch line because we had so much stuff to get signed. So we, like, went up to his merch line before the show. And actually, during the show, I'll put some footage. We was just looking at his drum and we were like, is that Jarvis from Absinthe of Faith? I think that's Jarvis. And so like this, for like a good quarter of the show, we were just like, I think that's Jarvis. I kept just checking our phones, like, I think that's Jarvis. So it was super nice because when it was our turn to go up, Joe, like, I had to go do circuit preacher stuff, but Joe was like, hey, Absinthe of Faith. And Jarvis like lit up. He was so sweet. Like, Jarvis is always sweet whenever I met him. And he was so sweet. He gave us a pick. That's so cool. He was a pick from his tour with Funkerbox. That was just for freebies. And then all 3 of them signed all of the CDs we got. We got 3 CDs. So that one, and that one. And we bought stickers. He was repping Flute. So these 2. And this one. And this one. We are going to use it to sticker bomb our door. And I got this pin, which is cool. Light will stop shining on it. And we got the vinyl. So that's real cool. And we got shirt, which will absolutely be worn into oblivion because I know that Joe's going to wear it like every second day as long as it's clean enough. Because he loves Cotton Matcha. Adores him. I also adore him, just not to the extent Joe does. But this is also because we recognize Jarvis, so I got a drumstick. And they signed the drumstick. Isn't that cool? This is our 3rd signed drumstick that we have. We're hoping to get a whole bunch more. So, yeah, everybody signed it. Oh, that's like, I think that's probably the most unique bit of merch that we got out of all this, simply because we recognize Jarvis's side project. So always look into your favorite musicians and adore their side projects. Support them. Do whatever you can. And now we're kind of getting into like the last of the nitty gritty. So we saw leather strip. Still really great after all these years. And got them signed. As one does. Got 2 CDs. Got them signed. Leather strip for me can be a little bit of a hard listen just because like it's so angry. And it's kind of angry that resonates with me specifically. Like I can listen to Tyler, Circuit Preacher, and I'll be fine. But for whatever reason I listen to leather strip and I'm like, I am also uncomfortably angry. So I'm usually a little careful about that. We also got this patch, which we hope to make a battle jacket of eventually. This was not bought at the show, but I did get David and Elena to sign my CD. I also realized that during my interview I forgot to introduce Elena, and I felt bad that I didn't know how to pronounce her name at first. But they signed my CD, and I was real happy about that. It means a lot. Thank you again for the interview if you guys watch this. Probably not because they're still on tour. But and the last little bit of the haul, Jarvis told us to go get a CD. So we did. It was I think this one. Yes, this compilation CD. Got that. And then they were like, oh, it's, you know, get a discount if you buy 5. And we're like, we will absolutely buy 5. We will buy many things. You know. Oh. Missed that sticker of Suicide Commando. That's cool. And then I saw that they had some 3rd round stuff. And I was like, oh. Well, I don't have a ton of 3rd round stuff. I'll buy some. And we got some juicy gossip. I won't repeat, but I got some juicy gossip. And then we got this interface and Tural Super something. They're all from Distortion Records. And Distortion Records, guys, you were real sweet. I really liked you guys a lot. But yeah, that was like, it's my haul. Don't guess how much I spent. Don't do it. Make me feel bad. But I'm also recording this at 9, almost 10 at night on Wednesday, and I need to get this up tomorrow, so I'm going to drink the rest of this monster and edit this video. But I really want to hear from you guys, if you went. How was your Dark Force Fest? What did you do? What did you spend all your money on? Did you also get as drunk as I did? Because I left drunk 2 out of 3 days. But I was real nervous, alright? I was just real nervous. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will hopefully see you next week. I have a video planned. And I don't know. I don't love doing hauls because I've always thought hauls were bragging. But in this case, I think these kinds of hauls where you're supporting your favorite artists are okay. Because the money basically goes straight to them, especially if you're paying cash. So make sure you pay cash so that they don't have to report it on their taxes. Think ahead. Big sneaky, big brain. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, and have a nice day.